Alright, gonna do a quick video today. Just gonna remove the radio in the 2008 to 2012 Chevy Malibu and gonna replace it with a double din. Now online there's a lot of people saying you gotta remove all of this stuff down here and all this down here to get it out, but you don't. And I'm finna show you exactly how we're gonna do this. Be patient with me because I'm doing this with one hand. I'm trying to hold my camera with the other hand. So let's get to it. Step one, go ahead and turn it to the accessory position and put the shift all the way down to low. After you get done with that, make sure you put your parking brake down so your car don't roll away. Like that. Once you got the car to low, emergency brake on, you pop this little panel up right here. Just running around the edge and pop it up like that. Like that. Comes up pretty easily. And then it pulls back like so. Once you pull this back, you're going to expose two 7mm screws right there. And get my camera to focus right there. You got to remove both of those. Up top, touching the tan on this one. And up top, touching the tan on this one. That's going to remove this part to get the rest of it out. Alright, after you get those two 7mm screws out, next is we're going to take off this silver bezel that goes all the way around. Now, on some cars, if they've never been removed before, you need to go ahead and take off up to this seam as well. This whole panel right here pops off because this sits underneath this, and if you sit there and pull this silver piece off first, you will break the clips because there's like 3 little clips that hold it down on both sides right there. So again, if it's been removed a couple times, it's a little easier to take these off, but if not, go ahead and right up here to this seam, get a little prop piece, pop that up, and the whole thing will come off. All right. After you got that bezel off that goes all the way around, be careful because those aren't actually clips. They kind of bend down and come out. Don't try to yank them out because you can break it, and it's very, very thin plastic. But like I said, you go ahead and take all the bezel off, and it exposes the other 7mm screws right here, and those come off next. More 7mm screws. But next, we're gonna go ahead and take off this little plastic piece right here that exposed the screws behind the radio, and it just snaps out like so. And it attaches all that across the bottom. So all that's gonna come off. And again, like I said, it just clips out, standard clips, pops out, and there's your radio screws. All those are 7mm. You start pulling them out. Now, got all the screws out. Now you can go ahead and finish removing this panel if you didn't. I see that you don't have to do it, but it's a lot easier because if you notice on some of them, it seams right up to it. So you can just pop it off, and it just pops off with just prop pressure, nothing crazy. You just take your little tool, put it in there, and it pops up like so. You just do that all the way around. It makes it easier for me to get the radio out. Again, if you've taken yours out a couple times, it might not hold as strong. But if this is the first time on this one, so yeah, it's on there pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop all that off. And got this little piece off. Again, it's just a couple clips, just like the bottom. Same standard little clips that slide right off. Set that to the side, and then the radio itself should just slide right out. Alright, I've already done it. But once you get to the back of the radio, these little plugs, this blue clip, it slides back that way, and then you press the button to release. It's locked in like that. You pull the blue thing up. It's hard to do with one hand, I'm sorry you guys. But you see, it went up just then, like that, and then you press the black tab to release. And it comes out the back of the radio, both of them. All right, and to put everything back together is just the reverse process. I'm installing this double din right now. So again, put the kit together for the double din. Screws line up perfectly. Screw holes all line up, and just put everything back together. So everything just snaps back together. Then I'll go ahead and put my panel in, my trim all the way back around, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Now, put everything back installed. Turn the key on, make sure she turns on like she's supposed to. And forgive me, this is a little older of a deck, so it takes a second for it to cut on. But as you can see, power's on, cycles, cut off, cycles back off. Alright, that's it, pretty easy.